Brits and 5 Americans have traveled to Las Vegas to find out one thing. Can they go from total novice to expert poker player in just 10 days?
Damn it!
At stake, a seat at a big money game up against seasoned professionals.
Good luck, everybody.
To win it, they must learn not only how to play the game, but how to play each other.
I've got my little strategies. I'm trying to act a little dumb about, the gambling and stuff like that. I think everybody is, to tell you the truth.
Coaching the novices in tactics and card play is poker expert Lou Krieger.
Poker doesn't separate the men from the boys. It separates the losers from their money.
And analyzing the action and handing out advice is success strategist Dr. Sally St. John.
If they're going to win, they're going to need to lie, cheat, deceive, confuse their opponent. And that's before we even begin the poker.
Each day, a task tests how well the players are learning their lessons. And every night, the Virgins play a winner-takes-all game of Texas Hold'em. The prize? Eliminating a competitor. Alternate evenings see first an American and then a Brit go home, until the final head-to-head reveals which player is worthy of a place in the big money game. Last time on Vegas Virgins, the players got a stern warning from expert Lou.
No signals, no collusion. If you win under those circumstances, you may be disqualified.
They had their fill of the task.
I can't do it.
Why not?
And Anna made an agonizing and astonishing decision.
I'd like you to leave, Dave.
Coming up, the fallout from last night's dramatic elimination.
Furious.
I felt awful.
The players go for a spin. And tempers flare in a heart-stopping climax to tonight's all-or-nothing poker game.
It kind of really sucks right now.
I think that was a chicken shit thing to do.
I'm still deciding right now. I don't know. I don't know who to choose. I'd like you to leave, Dave.
It's day 6, and the 4 remaining players are still coming to terms with Anna's decision to eliminate fellow Brit and close friend David.
It's about time somebody had the balls to make a smart decision in this group. It was interesting to see that it was Anna voting David off.
I felt awful. I've just felt like I've betrayed him, that I've stabbed him in the back. And it wasn't like that, but I feel like I could lose a friend over it, so I've been really messed up about it. Brandon didn't look at me for the rest of the night, and today he's barely looked me in the eye. He's very unhappy.
Furious and pissed that she voted Dave off, because they were friends. We were all friends. We were the closest group, and I think Ellis should have been gone.
I'm not sure Brandon really understands the dynamic of what's going on yet, but I don't really think he understands the politics, and that might work against him.
Since Dave left, how's the group changed? Well, we're all a little bit quieter.
I've been very emotional, very up and down. Straight after I made the decision, I felt like I'd made the wrong decision. He's my closest friend here, and I've sent him away. And it's not the same since he's been gone.
There's so many ironies in life and in poker, and it was just kind of a bittersweet irony to see it happen.
It's been fun. I've enjoyed it all. Okay.
Because now it's like everybody's after each other now.
If I happen to go home tonight, I like to win, but It'll be a bummer, and you just got to deal with it.
We're all resigned to the fact that one of us is going to win, and that's it.
After last night, I've never been more determined to win.
Coming up, Anna faces her worst nightmare.
I'm really scared. I don't want to do it. I can't do it.
And Brandon declares war in the battle to be the last American standing.
I don't think Ellis is that great of a poker player. I don't think Anna is that great of a poker player. And I don't think Maria is that great of a poker player.
Vegas virgins, 10 poker novices learn in just a few days how to take on the pros. We're down to the last 4, and the nearer the finish, the greater the pressure.
We have 4 remaining players, and frankly, it's hard to pick a winner at this point because each of them have skills that can make them a threat at the poker table.
The game is getting dramatically different now. Poker, when it's short-handed, is a very different game than poker when you're playing with 9 or 10 players at a table. When it's four-handed, you're going to find that there's much more aggression, there's more stealing. If you sit and wait for aces and kings or queens to come around, they're just not going to come around frequently enough. So an ace with just about any kicker becomes a reasonable starting hand, and so does a king. Because chances are somebody isn't going to have an ace if you have one. And any pair becomes playable. There's a concept in poker called the gap. The gap refers to the difference between calling and being the aggressor and betting or raising. If you sit and think, what is your opponent likely to raise with of all the 169 hands you can start with?
You can be first, it's 400 to call.
You have to have a hand that's better than most of those to justify calling.
What do you recommend that we do when we start off this big and we have to raise that big?
If you commit half your stack of chips to the pot, you are mentally committing the rest of them on subsequent betting rounds. If you raise, you're saying that this is a hand I'm willing to eventually go all in on. And when you're short, when you're really a short stack, then your only play is either fold or raise all in. You've shown that you can walk the fine line between taking too much of a risk and not much of a risk. And today's task relates to this. Poker is a game where if you go too far to the extremes, you wind up just sort of dropping off the edge. So enjoy your task, folks, and I'll see you at the game tonight.
On their very first night out, our players went downtown for an evening of fun and laughter. Today, the surviving 4 are sent there again. But this time, the experience will have no laughter, and it won't be much fun. Especially not for Americans Maria and Brandon, who face elimination tonight. Today's task will test the players' minds, their bodies, and most of all, how they judge risk.
Look at that! I think I'll put the blindfold back on.
Let's go.
Each player will take a guaranteed 1,000 chips into tonight's poker game. To gain extra chips, our players have 3 attempts to walk across a steel tightrope suspended 25 meters above a crowded shopping mall. By carrying a large beach ball, they have the chance to double their score, but they can only do this once. They now must decide on which attempt they will carry the ball. New Yorker Maria thinks she'll peak on her second pass, while sporty marketing manager Brandon has decided he'll get better as he goes on and will carry the ball on his last attempt. Brit Anna gambles that her best performance will be her second, while property developer Ellis calculates he'll save his best till last. Our remaining players have beaten off the opposition to get within touching distance of the high rollers table. But what are the qualities that have helped them survive the competition and make it through this far?
Ellis could be potentially a double threat because not only is he smart, he can make alliances. He's shown in the Mind Over Matter task that he'll do pretty much anything to win.
Could I have the sheep's testicles warm next time, please?
I really want to win. At the moment, there's no real friction between the group. Brandon and me just have our usual boy fight on everything. The girls, they're just sitting back and enjoying it now. We're down to 1 in 4 chance now, and could be tough.
Anna has shown what a fearless risk taker she is. On day 2, she showed that even when she's nervous, she can cover up with this true display of bravado.
Vegas Virgins is an amazing experience, and when I go back, nothing will be the same again. It's unreal.
Brandon's overall game has impressed me, particularly his ability to read other players, even skilled bluffers like David.
I've flown in a British fighter jet.
How did you get to do that?
My brother's a pilot. He did his helicopter, he did his fixed wing, and I got a 5-minute flight in the Hawk trainer.
So much over-information. That statement is false.
It is a false statement.
In the first days we were here, I felt like I would be a final person. I think I played the game perfect, you know, because I established friendships. Hopefully I make it to the last American, and that'd be great.
Maria's edge at the table is her focus and her discipline. She's an emotional person, but she has the ability to block anything out that's in front of her, underneath her, anywhere.
Ew! That's disgusting!
I am a little shocked that I'm still here. As far as the task today, I'm going to go out there and give it everything I possibly can. I feel good. Hoping I can win.
The players will need all their winning instincts as they now face a walk on the high side, 25 meters above a busy shopping mall. Out of all the players, Anna seems the most worried, and during the safety brief, she drops a bombshell. She suffers from vertigo.
I don't normally put myself in situations where I have to deal with it.
If there's anything you have a question about as I'm doing it, please don't hesitate to ask me. I'm happy to answer your questions. Your safety is my priority.
I know I'm safe, it just doesn't stop me being scared.
How does it affect you? Do you feel your legs go weak?
Yeah.
You're just going to have to try and stay in control of that when you're up there.
I'm very scared of heights, and it isn't my vote-off day. I won't be going all out to win this task. I've got a good feeling that both Ellis and if Maria wins, and if, you know, obviously if I win, they'll get rid of Brandon. I'm petrified.
The Brits will still have to perform today, even if they don't want to. At this point in the game, they cannot show weakness, because this gives their opponents an edge at the table.
I feel sick.
A few days ago, they may have wimped out. Now, though, they have that poker mentality where they know they're always being watched and probed.
I'm not looking forward to this one bit.
I think if she does it, she may help to conquer her fear. Don't want to see her fail it. I think she won't.
I can't do this. I feel sick. I'm even scared to get up on the podium. I'm really scared. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I can't do it.
She doesn't look like she's doing too well. She doesn't even want to get off the thing.
Will you help me?
Sure.
Oh. You won't let me go? No, that... Hold me.
Look at that. That's funny. Go on, Anna. You can do it.
Anna finally reaches the podium.
I don't want to do this. Oh, I can't. I can't.
If you're a Brit and you're on top of that podium and you don't want to step off, you got to ask yourself this question. Do I want to let someone else decide who I might play in the final? Or do I want to make that decision?
Shit! Kind of a personal challenge. face a bit of fear, just so I've done it, given it a go. I don't want to wimp out. I'm just going to breathe, try and calm myself down. I can't let go. How do I let go? I'm shaking.
Come on, Anna, go, go, go.
It was horrible. I was so close to not doing it. You can tell yourself that you're hanging and nothing's going to let you go, and they wouldn't let anything happen. And I literally couldn't let go, and I could put my feet on it and let it take my weight, but couldn't let go of the podium. So I'm glad I did one.
The 25-year-old from Bodmer bravely confronted her fears. She scores 100 chips, but decides once is enough and drops out of the task to watch from the safety of the ground below. As an extreme sports fan, fellow Brit Ellis is more upbeat about his attempt.
Walk confidently. I'm going to first of all, try walking slowly, confidently, straight ahead, look at the other side.
I don't think I can throw it, really. I've got to beat Brandon anyway. Just to kick his ass once more, you know, just to show him who's boss.
Ellis is a naturally competitive man. He'll want to have a say in who goes home tonight, and the tightrope won't present a problem. But as we've seen at the poker table, he's impulsive, and the challenge for him is knowing when to go all out and when to hold back.
Ellis stays on the wire for 2 meters, suggesting he was right to keep the ball for his last attempt. Having seen the Brits up on the wire, it's New Yorker Maria's turn to test herself. She needs as many chips as she can for tonight's battle against Brandon.
I don't feel particularly scared at this moment. More worried about not accomplishing anything. If I could at least get something out of it, then I'll be happy. But I'm just not going to know that until I get up there.
Maria needs to regain control over that fiery part of her character if she's going to overcome ice-cool rival Brandon. Despite still being here, not having won a poker game makes her feel like a failure, and it's frustrating her.
She knows what she's doing. Look at her. She's going to run. Yeah.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Shit! It's harder than I thought!
3, 2, 1, go!
Despite her slight frame, Maria's performance on the high wire only matches that of Ellis. She also travels 2 meters, but might have gone further if she hadn't tripped over her feet. Our final player, Brandon, seems to have the best paper advantage going into this task. He's the youngest virgin and has a broad competence in a range of sports.
I think I'm going to do well. Hopefully. I don't know what my balance is like. I've never done a tightrope, but we'll see. I'm excited. I'm not really scared at all.
Whether justified or not, Brandon has the reputation amongst the others as being the best poker player. He's a competent player, but if he meets a setback, it can throw him.
I can't wait to set the post, you know, put the highest points out as I can. You know, they'll be trying to beat it and then mess him up a little bit. That's tough, man. It's a little shaky.
The Californian couldn't do any better than the other players. He matches Maria and Ellis and travels 2 meters. Now a spectator, Anna realizes she may have had more of a chance than she first thought. They've got ahead for heights, but can the other 3 go the distance on their second attempt? Londoner Ellis has gambled that his final pass will be his best. So this is his last chance to practice before he has to hold the ball.
How many you make? 4?
5. You start spinning me round.
He doubles his first round score, walking a total of 4 meters, unaided and 12 stories above the onlooking crowd. If this turns out to be his best performance, he may have miscalculated when the ball should have been in his grasp. Unlike Ellis and Brandon, Maria has elected to carry the ball on this pass, something she seems to have forgotten.
Oh, shit. I gotta do it with the ball now?
Although Maria manages only 3 meters, carrying the ball doubles her score and she now overtakes Ellis. Only her performance next time round will reveal if she's judged the risk correctly. Brandon faces his second attempt. With Ellis's strong showing and Maria doubling her effort, the young blade from California now needs to walk the walk as well as talk the talk. Shit. Vegas virgins. 10 novices learn poker in a matter of days and then take on the pros at the high rollers table. Brandon is 25 meters above a shopping mall and must now show his worth if he wants to keep up the pressure on rival Maria.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Brandon shows a surprising lack of poise and composure and manages only 3 meters.
Well, we now have fewer but more astute players, and they may start noticing what Lou and I have noticed from studying Brandon's invincible style at the poker table, that if you call his bluff, he may be found wanting.
This is the final attempt for our remaining 3 players. Ellis decided he would save his best till last, and so far has managed 4 meters. With the ball doubling every meter he walks, will his gamble pay off?
Come this far, you may as well go all the way. Money can't buy this sort of experience, you know. I really want to win.
Did you get 5 or did you get 4?
I get 4.
4 or 5.
Good job, Ellis.
Ellis keeps his balance with the ball and matches his best score of 4 meters, which is double to 8. He enters tonight's poker with a massive 1,800 chips and has judged the risks in the task perfectly. Maria will be kicking herself if she does better on this, her final attempt. Having gambled to play the ball already, if she betters her last effort of 3 meters, she will have missed out on vital bonus chips.
All right, one more time. Now it's at the point where it's like do or die. I'm here, I made it this far, and now I could just give everything I have to make it to the finals.
The New Yorker does improve on her last effort, matching Ellis's 4 meters. She didn't second-guess herself well. If she'd gambled on carrying the ball on this, her final attempt, she would have equaled Ellis's chip tally. Instead, she enters the American Elimination Night holding 1,600 chips.
Oh, I need a drink of water. Or an alcoholic beverage. Yeah, that would be even better at this point.
Brandon now holds his destiny in his hands in this, his final balancing act. He knows he must at least equal Maria's score of 3 meters to go into tonight's poker with an equal number of chips.
It's me and Maria. I know it's 50-50. I think we both worked pretty hard to get here. you know, I'm very confident I'll win.
The Californian has underperformed yet again. Although his gamble that the last run would be his best was right, he still only manages a final score of 1,400 chips. Maria shaded out Brandon, but with his lighter footwork and superior score, it is Ellis who may hold the key to their destinies in tonight's Poker Decider. After a high-flying day, our players must come back to earth and prepare for what promises to be a different sort of poker game.
As far as it being down to me and Brandon, it's going to be tough, and I know that. And I know he's going to go out there tonight, and he's definitely going to play extremely aggressive.
Maria's due for a win. She's had some brilliant hands and just some really bad luck.
I don't think Ellis will beat me in poker, so I could just say, hey, you know, me and you. I think he wants me in the final anyway. Say, let's do me and you in the final. Don't vote me off tonight if you win, and I won't vote you off tomorrow. And then I think I'll beat him one-on-one for sure.
I would love to see an all-girl final. That's exactly what I want to happen. I want Brandon to lose tonight and then anybody else to vote him off.
The moment of truth has arrived, and with just a single place up for grabs, this will be a fight for survival for both Americans. The tension is tangible.
Good evening, everyone. Here are the chip counts going into the game. Maria has 1,600, Anna 1,100, Ellis 1,800, and Brandon 1,400. And tonight is Yank eviction night.
You might see at the poker table tonight is an increased ability to take risks and increased compulsive play. So we may see people going all in quicker. We might see some compulsive betting, and this game might be over quicker than we think tonight.
In hand one, Maria is dealt decent pocket cards with a pair of twos, but she fails to read Brandon's bluff, which hides his inferior hand, and throws in her cards. In hand two, Maria tries to lure in Ellis, but his improved sense of judgment holds up, and he folds. We rejoin the game as hand four is dealt.
Brandon and Ellis each have an ace in their hands. Anna has a 6-deuce suited. Maria is dealt the king of spades and the jack of clubs.
The flop produces two kings, which gives Maria three of a kind and a big hand she immediately bets on. This scares off the Brits and leaves Brandon to decide if he wants to take her on.
She's a gutsy gal.
The way she looks, the way she approaches, she just got him.
Following the excellent card play by rival Maria, Brandon's initial confidence is beginning to wane as hand five begins.
Maria has ace-3 of spades this hand, Anna 8-6 of spades, and Ellis has the best hand going in with ace-queen. Brandon has a 9-6.
Yeah, good first. It's now 200 to go.
I'll raise.
She's raising.
Maria raises.
Raise to 400.
Anna folds.
Cool. Let's go.
Ellis has ace-queen. Ellis calls with ace-queen. Brandon has 9-6 of diamonds, and he calls. He's looking to pick up a pot here with two players in it. He's looking for the flop to hit him, and hit him hard. Ellis and Maria each have a pair of aces, but Ellis has that big queen kicker, whereas Maria only has a 3 for a kicker. Ellis bets. With this hand, the sensible thing for Brandon to do is fold. I think Maria has him rattled. You often see this with aggressive players. When you turn the same tactics they use back onto them, it can cloud their judgment.
Come on. 6. That's all in.
Brandon is all in.
Oh my. This might not be good for Brandon.
Brandon's gone all in without the cards needed to back up his play. He's taking a big risk that the turn and the river card will save him from elimination. This is a very risky and uncharacteristic move on his part.
If Maria wins, there is no choice. If Maria wins, Brandon goes.
Ellis has a better hand than Brandon. Brandon is going to be eliminated.
Amazingly, the river card is a 6 of hearts, and Brandon now has the winning hand on the table with 2 9s and 2 6s.
Brandon made it. Brandon made 2 pair on the river, 9s and 6s.
Okay. Holy crap.
Going all in with a hand like that is, in my estimation, suicidal.
Well, it ain't over yet.
Brandon comes back from the grave.
Whoa.
I saw the 6, I'm like, a 6.
He had a near-death experience right there.
Brandon has stayed in the game by the skin of his teeth. Wow. You know, in the past, Maria might have allowed her frustration to hamper her play. But I think this time she knows it was only luck that saved Brandon, and she won't lose heart. Brandon holds King 8. Ellis an unexcited 9-5. Anna has a suited Queen 4. And Maria tops all of them with a massive pocket pair of kings. Brandon's good luck means he has a big stack of chips again. That means we'll probably see him try his usual tactics of intimidating other players with aggressive betting and raising. Anna folds. Ellis folds.
400. That's a raise. 400.
Brandon raises. Maria calls.
Okay, heads up.
The flop is 8-4 deuce. So Brandon picks up a pair of 8s, the top pair.
Maria is now all in, and the dealer asks them to place their hands face up. It will be all too obvious when the rest of the cards are dealt who will win this showdown.
Come on.
Oh,
yes!
Oh, that's like... Is he kidding or what?
Oh,
This is just
you could
ridiculous.
still win with a king.
Unbelievable.
And Brandon catches an 8 on the turn. He now has 3 of a kind.
It's hot.
Maria will be eliminated unless a king comes on the river. It's a 6, Brandon wins, and Maria is eliminated.
Wrong. Yeah, it just is. Brandon, nice hand. I'm not, you know,
Thanks.
I just...
No, you had a great hand too.
It's wrong.
Maria can now only hope the 2 Brits will save her. Her biggest ally, Anna, must take the game on by the scruff of the neck. She will almost definitely get rid of Brandon if she wins, following the fallout from her decision to get rid of his buddy, David. Well, the only unknown variable is Ellis. Will he honor his secret deal with Brandon and vote out Maria? Or will he decide to turn traitor and eliminate his nearest rival?
This is likely to be a very pivotal hand. If Anna and Ellis both play, Brandon can win it right here, sending Maria home.
800.
With a win in sight, and all the good luck he's had so far, Brandon sees the opportunity to finish off both Brits in one hand.
Look at this.
Brandon's picked up a pair of 7s. Ellis has a 9-10 of clubs. Anna has a King 8 of spades. All 3 of them may play this hand.
All Maria can do is look on and pray.
Both Anna and Ellis are alive. They're all in. Let's see what happens. This is the pivotal hand, as we said. It's a king.
I knew that would come.
Oh my! Once again, we see another amazing piece of luck. Both Ellis and Anna survive. Both Ellis and Anna survive with the very last card. And for the second time in the game, the river saves a player from elimination.
I knew it was going to fall, man. I knew it.
2 hands later, Brandon again dominates gameplay, and using a pair of 8s, tries to finish off Ellis. But his good fortune runs dry, and the Londoner wins the hand with a straight.
Come on.
In hands 11 and 12, Anna comes back into the game. She's kept a low profile so far, but makes a strong showing when she wins valuable chips by first using a queen and then a king to win the pots.
Things may be looking up for Maria.
We rejoin the game in hand 14.
You can cut it with a knife in there, Lou. What do you think?
As you get down to fewer and fewer players, the executioner's sword looms heavy over each player's head, and I think that's what's going on. Maria is sitting there having to watch this and wondering whether she's going to be expelled by Ellis or Anna if they win, and she's definitely expelled if Brandon wins. Brandon is looking to be very aggressive. Brandon wants destiny in his own hand.
Yeah, I think Brandon's playing for his life right now. I think that he is not depending on anybody. I think he trusts no one.
Ellis has picked up the big hand. He's got king, jack of diamonds. Anna probably won't play with 7 deuce. Let's see if Brandon has a pair of deuces. So you have a classic confrontation.
Okay, so your first 1,000 to call.
Brandon is all in.
1,100. That was
Anna folds. Ellis calls with king jack. 3 trays on the flop.
Oh, fuck hell. Hands up all in.
Well, Brandon now has a full house, 3s full of deuces. He needs to duck a king or a jack or a 3. There's a 5 of clubs. If the 4th 3 comes, Ellis will win. If a king or a jack comes, he'll win also. There's a king.
Whoa.
King of diamonds. Ellis makes a full house on the river to stay alive. Brandon, who earlier tonight had won 2 or 3 hands by catching relatively miraculous cards on the turn and the river, for the second time in recent history is outdrawn on the river.
Brandon's out, Lou. I think that's it for Brandon.
Brandon rode his luck in the run of the cards all through this game, but he bet as if that good fortune would never end. And overconfidence like that is fatal in poker. Now all he can do is watch and wait and hope.
Still to come, a nail-biting battle between Brit's Anna and Ellis to decide the fate of the onlooking Americans. Vegas virgins, poker novices play for the chance to sit with the pros. We're down to the last 4, and one of the remaining Americans faces elimination, but that decision now rests with Brits, Anna, or Ellis. In hands 16 and 17, the Brits wrestle the chips between each other as they attempt to finish the game off. All Maria and Brandon can do is hope whoever wins this battle favors them when they make the big decision. We rejoin the game in hand 18.
Anna has a pair of 3s, which wouldn't be much of a hand in a full game with 9 or 10 players, but heads up, it's a big, big hand. Any hand is a big hand. Ellis has 2 overcards, king 10. So Anna is in the lead. She's about a 52 to 48% favorite. What's your prediction if Ellis wins?
I told you, I think he's going to cut Maria loose. I think Ellis and Brandon have a pact that they've made from 2 or 3 tasks ago when Ellis showed Brandon the love and Brandon showed Ellis the love, and that's when they alienated David from the beginning.
Well, you know, I'm beginning to agree with you, and I think that Ellis will knock off Maria and Anna will knock off Brandon. That's my guess.
The girls against the boys?
Girls against the boys.
Okay, she's all in on the small blind. Let's see both hands.
Anna has gambled all her chips on a pair of 3s, and she needs a friendly flop to stay in the game.
3 would be nice for you. Or a 4, or anything.
There's an ace and a jack on the flop along with a 4. So if a queen were to come, then Ellis would Ellis would have a straight. There's a queen. Ellis makes a straight.
Yes, Pedro. That would be something. No spade, please.
King, that's the winner. Ellis wins.
Game over.
That's right.
The sword of Damocles is in his hands for him to wield. He gets to choose either Brandon or Maria. We have seen some poker tonight. Ellis showed good judgment tonight. He stopped pushing bad hands as he had in the past. He went all out in the task because he wanted to choose his opponent, and now he can. Let's see if his good judgment extends to his choice of elimination.
This is one game I didn't really want to win. To make this decision is just so difficult. I don't really want to make it, you know. I'm going to leave it in the lap of the gods. Fine. Deal them 2 cards, please. Shuffle the deck. Highest card stays.
Well, a shock move here. Ellis has elected to let the cards decide which player stays and which one goes, and neither American looks happy about it. Their survival now is all about luck.
Is this an example of classic British fair play, or did he just chicken out? He loves to compete, but he just doesn't have what it takes. He doesn't have that ruthless edge.
Although she's been plagued with bad cards throughout the tournament, Maria survives with a king, while Brandon is eliminated. His highest card, a lowly 5.
Sorry, mate, but I just couldn't make the decision. I just couldn't do it. When it came to it, I couldn't do it.
Well, I'm a little confused. I'm a little relieved because I'd like to go home. I am a little confused because, and I think everyone should know this, me and Ellis cut a deal today that he wouldn't vote me off today, and I want to vote him off tomorrow if I won. So he's obviously broken that deal. I wanted to break in it had I won, but that just kind of shows what kind of person he is. You know, we shook on it.
Yep.
I was a man of my word the whole time, but I had a great time.
Anything I'd like to say about that is you came to me to make the deal, I didn't come to you. I didn't really want to make the decision.
Brandon's web of alliances and insurance policies have disintegrated. The cards have made their decision, and his luck has finally run out.
That's it. Good luck, guys. Maria. Good job. To tell you the truth, I think his decision was bullshit. I think that was a chicken shit thing to do, to tell you the truth. You know, I just believe in a brotherhood where I come from. Shake somebody's hand, you make a deal. That's it. And I'm a little upset about it, but
I think Brandon make deals with everyone. You win, you stay. I win, you stay, you know. And I do feel bad about telling him I'd do it, but as soon as I spoke to Maria, as soon as he left the room, I phoned Maria and I said, do you want to go home? She said, not really.
I said, whatever you feel like doing at that particular moment, do it. Don't think about my feelings. I won't take it personally. You go with what you want to do.
Ellis, I think, was a bit of a fool to make a deal with Brandon. But he did the right thing in the end, I think. And at least he was honest.
I just thought pulling the cards was just the easiest way. It was a bit of a coward's way out, I suppose, but at least I didn't make the decision, the cards did. And, you know, Brandon's just been so lucky with those cards. He just should have been out years ago. He has just been so lucky.
Kind of really sucks right now because I should be excited right now. You know, I'm it for the Americans, and I don't have that kind of emotion right this second.